Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Ember's Artwork. Today we will be reading another book by Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Thinks You Can Think. And after the story, we will be creating a picture based on the book. We're going to create one of these birds in the positive space, and then decorate the negative space with a pattern. Oh, the Thinks You Can Think by Dr. Seuss. You can think up some birds. That's what you can do. You can think about yellow or think about blue. You can think about red. You can think about pink. You can think up a horse. Oh, the thinks you can think. Oh, the thinks you can think up if only you try. If you try, you can think up a guff going by. And you don't have to stop. You can think about schlop. Schlop, schlop. Beautiful schlop. Beautiful schlop with a cherry on top. You can think about gloves. You can think about snubs. You can think a long time about snubs and their gloves. You can think about Kitty O'Sullivan Krause and her big balloon swimming pool over her house. Think of black water. Think up a white sky. Think up a boat. Think of blogs blowing by. You can think about night. A night in Nanup. The birds are asleep and the 3 moons are up. You can think about day. A day in Dudake, the water is blue and the birds are awake. Think and wonder. Wonder and think. How much water can 55 elephants drink? You can wonder, how long is the tail of a zong? There are many thinks that a thinker can think. Would you dare yank a tooth of the rink-rinker-fink? And what would you do if you met a jaboo? Oh, the thinks you can think. Think of Peter the postman who crosses the ice once every day and on Saturdays twice. Think. You can think anything that you wish. Think of a race on a horse on a ball with a fish. Think of light. Think of bright. Think of stairs in the night. Think a ship. Think up a long trip. Go visit the Vipper of Vip. And left. Think of left. And think about beft. Why is it that beft always go to the left? And why is it so many things go to the right? You can think about that until Saturday night. Think of left and think of right and think of low and think high. Oh, the thinks you can think up if only you try. So let's think up some good thinks and create a beautiful picture inspired by the story. Let's get started. All right, boys and girls, so we're going to create this patterned bird creature. We're going to decorate the bird as the positive space and the background as the negative space. We want to make sure that we alternate colors and fill up all sneaky white spaces. So let's get started. I will be drawing with marker so that it's easier for you guys to see. I do suggest you guys draw with pencil so that you can erase mistakes. I'm going to be using marker because it's easier for you to see. So towards the top, we're going to start by drawing the bird's head. I'm going to start by drawing the beak first. I'm going to touch and I'm going to curve up for the beak and bring it back down for the mouth. And we can add a little curve there for the curve of the cheek. We're going to touch the bottom of that line and bring it down for the chin and going into the neck. From the beak at the top, we're going to go up for the forehead and curve back for the feathers. We're going to touch and curve, out, touch and curve, out, and curve, and we're going to bring that line back. This is going to be the start of our bird's neck. Now we have been talking about the element of texture. If I were to draw a straight line, it would look like a straight line. It wouldn't have any texture. But I want my bird to look like it has feathers. So I want those lines on its neck to have texture. So instead of drawing a straight line, I'm going to draw a zigzag. So I'm going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's almost like I'm making capital M's. I could also get a feathery line by making the same line but using curved shapes for the feathers. It's up to you, but we want to use a textured line, not a straight line, because we want the lines to read as feathers. So I'm going to add my line, and I'm going to go M, 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 and there's the first section of my color. And the neck is going to come straight down, so underneath that, I'm just going to make more lines for the feathers. Make sure you're drawing with pencil so that you can easily erase. I'm going to draw some with some curved lines. And these textured lines make this look like feathers. Doesn't matter how many different sections your neck has. It's up to you. And you're just bringing those lines all the way down to the bottom. So now I have my bird's head and neck drawn, and I need to work on the face. And I'm going to draw the face like on the cover of our book, where its eye is closed as a U shape. Dr. Seuss often gives his characters eyelashes and eyebrows. And we just see a line from the other side coming up. So that is our bird's head and neck. Now we need to decorate the background. So we drew the feathers with texture, and we want the background to look different. So we're going to use straight lines in the background. Feel free to use a ruler or anything that has a straight edge to help you. You can make your lines going straight down. You can make them at an angle. It's up to you. However you want your lines in the background to look. I'm going to make an L with my hand so the ruler's going to stay still. And I'm going to touch with my pencil. I'm going to stop where the bird is and bring the line on across. And since this is my first line, I can do this on both sides. Now I'm going to line up the ruler to that line, hold it with an L, and continue drawing my lines. Line it up, L, and draw my lines. And I'm going to do this all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Line it up, L, with the hand I don't write with, and draw my line with pencil. So now I have my bird with the textured feathers and my straight lines in the background. I'm ready to color. You can use anything you have to color. I will be using markers. We will be wanting to use patterns, so I suggest choosing 2 colors for the bird. I will be using pink and yellow, and 2 colors for the background that are different. I will be using purple and blue. So I'm going to alternate my colors. So now my yellow is done. I'm going to come in with my second color, pink. So now we have our positive space bird. We're going to work on the background. We're going to make a pattern out of our other 2 colors. Now we have the blue finished. We're going to come in with the opposite color lines, And remember, you can choose whichever colors you like. 2 for the bird, 2 for the background. So let's add our purple. So now our bird is colored. We have the pattern on the inside of the bird and the pattern on the outside of the bird, the positive and negative space. What colors will you guys choose? Have fun and happy arting!